Good morning, gang. It's Saturday, the 7th of May 2016, and I have sprung a leak, boys and girls. There is a leak in my kitchen. I got up this morning and came into the kitchen to do my breakfast. There's a little puddle. There's a puddle, but there's masses. There's affluent. I could be drowning in my own affluent here. No one cares. No one cares. There was a puddle of water near my dishwasher. Now, as you know, regular viewers of the show will know that's not a very old dishwasher. And I thought, oh no, dear, I'm going to have to ring John Lewis and ask them to come down and repair my just a few months old dishwasher. Anyway, I moved the stuff from the back, and it appears that there is a there is a pipe dripping, boys and girls. Have a look at this. There it is, look, look, water gushing out all over the place. God knows where that water's coming from. I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown in this massive amount of water like a swimming pool here. Terrible, terrible. Water gushing out all over my nice slate tiles on the floor. Horrendous. Anyway, I did ring my good friend Adam the plumber, who assisted me, boys and girls. He assisted me, and he said to try this and try that, only to make the drip a little bit worse. But thank you anyway, Adam. I know you meant the best. Unfortunately, he's too busy on jobs today to come round, so I've had to call someone that I found on the internet, Bracknell Plumbers or something like that, who informs me that someone will now be here between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. So I've got a 4-hour window, so I'm waiting in for that. It's now, while I'm recording this, it's about 11:15 in the morning. Okay, so I'm waiting now. I'm waiting now for the plumber. He says he's gonna ring up half an hour before he's due here, but apparently on another job at the moment. So waiting for that to happen. I have been quoted £119 an hour, which there's no call-out charge. I don't know if that's good or not, but I mean, if he sorts it out, then I shall be very pleased. Adam the plumber also informs me that it could be Yorkshire black pipes that I've got, which are quite difficult to work with, so I don't know. So I've got my fingers crossed that it will be a reasonably quick job. Otherwise, I'm flooded out here. I'm swimming in my own affluent here, boys and girls. It's not a very pleasant experience. I mean, it's bad enough. It's bad enough when you use those chemical toilets. Have you ever had to use one of those? Oh, bleh, bleh. How awful. I was talking to my sister the other day. She's going to see a UB concert. Yeah, a UB40 concert. I beg your pardon. UB40. Do you remember that guy in UB40? When he was singing Red, Red Wine, and look up the video, he keeps doing this. Why does he keep doing that? Red, Red Wine. I'm sure that was the one. Or it might have been Kingston Town. He does this all the way through the video. Very, very strange. Anyway, I was talking to my sister. She's going to see a UB concert video show in a couple of weeks at Lincoln. Was it Lincoln Cathedral? It can't be in the cathedral, surely. Somewhere in Lincoln. And she's saying, I think we've got portable toilets there. I hate using. I said, well, don't eat anything the day before. Dear mate, might do yourself some favours not eating anything, dear. You know, don't eat anything the day before. Then you won't need to go, will you? Oh, I can't bear chemical toilets. They all use those on those, what do you call them? Those musical outdoor events. What's that big one they have in the big field? You know the one I mean. Chemical, and it's not a case of if the chemical toilets fail, it's when they do. Oh, that was one thing I did. One thing I noted that I wasn't too keen of on that little Haven holiday thing that I went to. They have an area for mobile caravans. You know, if you tow a caravan or something like that, they've got a little area where you can park your caravans, and there is like an outdoor. I can only describe it as a large outdoor sink on the floor, which is for your waste toilet. So someone, if you've got one of those caravans, someone has to regularly pick up the bucket and empty it into this thing. Oh, you can see it. Oh, I'm disappearing over to the side there. Just a minute. Come this way a bit. Come this way. There we are. disappearing after. Oh, now you're falling down. Oh, I haven't sorted this very well today, have I? Shall I move over a bit? That's the easiest thing to do. Shall I move over a bit? I've got my shorts on today. Look, shorts on today. Yes, yes. Sandals and socks as well. Shorts are on today. It's a beautiful day here. But who has got the job of emptying that nasty bucket of human waste into that sink in the I mean, it looked to be honest, it looked very, very clean. There's like a sink in the floor and like a tap on a no, a bit like, you know, those trigger things that you water the garden with. It looks similar to that, but all metal. Not like the cheap thing that I've got, you know, all plastic. It is all metal. So I suppose it does the job. But oh, the smell. Oh, I'm so sorry if you're having lunch at the moment. You're probably a little bit too late for breakfast this morning. So there we are, waiting for the plumber to arrive now, and I'll let you know how that goes. You saw the video. Couple of birthdays today. First of all, Emily, one of my great nieces. Happy birthday, Emily. That's for yesterday, actually. And she was 2 years old yesterday. Picture of Emily. Don't she look pretty? Look at the little shoes and the badge saying she's 2 years old. I'm 22 times older than her. We're nearly 22 times older than her. Oh, do you like the hair? I wish I had hair like that. I'd like to have those things in my hair like that. And there's also a happy birthday for yesterday to my good friend Alton Andrews. Now, when I was hosting, I was doing an overnight radio show in London on Liberty Radio in 1999 to 2000. And Alton Andrews was the chap before me. And he's top generic DJ Alton Andrews, who does his own radio show at the moment. I think he does a few different radio shows online, internet radio stations. Looking up on Facebook, his name's Alton Andrews, okay, and happy birthday to you as well. So to you too, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Emily and Alton, happy birthday to you. And I hope you both had a lovely day yesterday. I know my niece Tracy made it very nice for Emily. There we are. Of course, being as I'm stuck here now, can't go out the house now till that, what, you know, because if I dare to go out the house for more than 2 minutes, you know that plumber will arrive, don't you? So I'm stuck in the house, which means I haven't been able to get to the bank and put my wages in, dear. Oh my God, thousands and thousands of pounds that I earned last night are sitting on the kitchen table waiting to be inserted into that slot, boys and girls. They're waiting to be pushed into the hole, and I can't do it because I'm stuck here. Hopefully it'll come a bit later. And then I'll, I've just noticed some buds on my hibiscus. That's good. Then I shall be able to cycle down to town and put my wages in the bank. And also, hopefully, because I've got no vegetables left there, haven't been able to get to Waitrose. So not only am I sitting here, you know, swimming in my own affluent, as you saw from that water gushing from that pipe, but I'm also starving to death. Haven't been able to get to Waitrose. Starving to death here. Look at me, getting thinner and thinner before your very eyes. No one cares. No one cares. Although, after last night's not one, but 2 bars of chocolate from the lovely Irish Mary, fame of our karaoke nights, perhaps I'll be able to keep going for a little bit longer. Thank you very much for the chocolate, Mary. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated, dear. Hope you enjoyed our little karaoke show last night. I notice there's not so many people watching the live karaoke shows now. Are you bored with them? Is that what it is? Are you bored? Or is it the fact that I'm not singing now? Do you want me to sing for hours, dear? Is that what it is? Thank you very much. Some films that I cut out of the... and the other thing is I've got a bad ear at the moment. This one here, it's inside, it's incredibly itchy. I've had this before. And do you know, it's been a little bit of a problem for a couple of weeks now, but it's worse today, of course, on the Saturday. I've noticed that whenever you get ill, it's at the weekend, isn't it, when there's nothing open. So I've got a bit of a bad ear. I hope it doesn't get any worse. Sometimes it gets better on its own. Anyway, fingers crossed. My mate at the moment, Ron, he's not well at all at the moment. He's got a chest infection after going on a plane. Now, I don't know about you, but I often get ill after coming off a plane. Does that happen to you as well? Well, he's got a bad chest infection and a really nasty eye infection that he went to the eye specialist. squirrel there, an eye specialist hospital in Windsor yesterday, and they gave him some cream. He's got chronic viral conjunctivitis. Nasty. Nasty. And I was in the car with him yesterday. I'm being very careful not to touch anything in the car, you know. I walk in there with a mask and rubber gloves on. Got to protect ourselves, dear. So that's my ear. Fingers crossed that will get better. Now, talking of illnesses and health things, like this is in the Daily Mail today. Look, it's the health. Do you do that juicing? Everyone's obsessed by this juicing. In fact, Andy, who's Ronnie's other half, he bought one of those NutriBullet things. I mean, you've been conned, all of you conned here. You know, watching the telly, Lulu and people like that. I don't know if it was Lulu, but, you know, various celebrities, they paid them fast. You don't think people like Lulu and Cheryl Cole sit there in the kitchen juicing up an apple or a banana, do you? No, dear, they have people to do it for them. They don't sit there doing it themselves. God's sake. All buying these NutriBullets. Andy, Ronnie's other half, Andy bought a NutriBullet. I wonder how many times it's been used. Yes. Anyway, it's the health craze that has taken the world by storm, with Gwyneth Paltrow, Carol Vorderman, oh, she's so good with numbers, dear, and the Duchess of Cambridge, all rumoured to be fans. But there are new warnings, boys and girls. Now, pay attention. There are new warnings that juicing, the practising of liquidising fruit and vegetables into a drink, could be doing you more harm than good. Now, I've always said, it's all very well having this juice, you put in 2 oranges and a banana and an apple and all that, but without the juicer, right, without that juicer, how many oranges and apples and bananas would you eat in one go? Not many. So, therefore, juicing cannot be that natural, can it? Because what you're doing is eating like 5 or 6 items, you know, shoving in a carrot as well for good measure, maybe chopping up a lettuce, you know, and putting it in there like that. That can't be normal, is it? Because you're eating all those things in one drink. Whereas in real life, without NutriBullets and things like that, you might have an apple or a banana or a banana and an orange. But you wouldn't have 3 oranges, 2 bananas, an apple, a bit of carrot. You wouldn't do that, would you? Anyway, it goes on to say, a leading gastroenterologist, I'm so pleased I was able to say that word, gastroenterologist, have reported a rise in the number of patients believing they have irritable bowel syndrome, when the culprit is in fact their excessively healthy eating. Irritable bowel syndrome, is that where you keep going, dear? Oh, we're back on that subject again, of the chemical toilets. Oh dear. Oh. A consultant at St Mary's Hospital in London said some people are unable to digest the sugars in fruit and vegetables known as FODMAPs. F-O-D-M-A-P. Did you know that? FODMAPs. FODMAPs, which hit the gut faster if reduced to a liquid. This can cause IBS-type symptoms, including pain, bloating, and dreadful, I hate the word, I'm going to say it quietly, diarrhea. Oh, diarrhea. Oh, I hate that word, dear. We've seen quite a few patients that are complaining of irritable bowel syndrome and eat a lot of very healthy foods. If you juice, you get the large amounts of sugars delivered to the gut quite quickly, quicker than they would do otherwise. And that can actually cause quite a lot of bloating and diarrhea. Nasty. So do be careful of this stuff. He said there's no logical reason or any evidence whatsoever to suggest it's any better to whisk up your food than to eat it whole. You think, you know, it'd take you a while to eat an apple, wouldn't it? I can't eat apples, funnily. They hurt my teeth. Well, I have found a new way of eating apples. If I put them in the oven for 20 minutes first, then I can eat them with just a little bit of custard on, darling. Ambrosia, dairy, cream, custard. Oh, yes, although this programme is not actually sponsored by Ambrosia or anyone else. You are able to sponsor this programme, just £50 a show. Send your emails in and make me your offers. Chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. There we are. So that's the old juicing thing. And I've always been a little bit suspicious of that. You actually, you know, it's been sold as doing you rather wonderful things, but there must be, it doesn't sound quite right to me. And you want to juice something, okay, get yourself one of those, you know, those things that stick up, bits of plastic that stick up like that. You cut your orange in half, maybe 2, and drink that. That's a bit more normal, isn't it? Now, some things to watch that I cut out and go and see. I cut out of the paper, actually, a couple of Sundays ago. There's 2 films that, or was it 3? 3 films, actually, that I really want to go and see, which are coming up soon. First of all, out on July the 1st, Absolutely Fabulous. Do you remember that programme in the 90s? It's Jennifer Saunders and, of course, or what's her name now? And Joanna Lumley. Wonderful. And it says, although there have been one-off specials, there hasn't been a full-run series of Ab Fab since 2003. Oh, was it the 2000s? I thought it was the 90s. Oh, well. So that's coming out soon. The Absolutely Fabulous comedy film. Go and see that, out on July the 1st. I shall go and see it and give you my uninformed opinion. Just my little opinion, dear. Also, and this would be my favourite of the 3, and I've been waiting and we wait. As one film finishes, we start talking, oh, when's the next one coming out? That is Star Trek Beyond. Oh, look, there he is. I don't know what they call him. He's not Spock. Is he Spock? Yeah, he's Spock. There's Spock. That's new Spock. You remember Leonard Nimoy died. Actually, I think it was a couple of years ago now. The time goes so quickly, doesn't it? With Fast and Furious director Justin Lin taking over the helm and a screenplay co-written by Simon Pegg, the new film is being released to mark the 50th anniversary of the original TV series Star Trek. But while the faces have changed, the names stay the same. So saddle up with Kirk, Spock and the rest of the gang to boldly go where someone they've probably been somewhere before. There are rumours of a crash landing on a remote planet, dear. Could that be here? Could they be crash landing here into my garden? I quite like the idea of that. Aliens arriving. Like, you know, you get the beam of light first, wouldn't you? And then I'll walk into the beam of light, and I'll be sucked straight off into the spaceship above and taken to another planet to explore and be friendly. Hopefully not to be cut up and dissected. I like that word, dissect. Do you like that word? Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3, dissect. I hope I won't be dissected by aliens somewhere. And the other film is Finding Dory. Then this is be a children's film. This woman run a one-woman campaign for Pixar to make a sequel to Finding Nemo. After all, that's what happens when movies are very successful. So that's another film there, okay? Coming soon, Finding Dory. All right? Is that all? Oh, I was going to tell you something. Oh, yes, Elton John. Elton John is performing. Now, I've seen him in concert where the show was the $1 Million Piano Show. I went to see it in Las Vegas when we went there. I think it was 3 years ago now. God, the time goes so quick. It's 3 years ago. And it was a big, big grand piano on a stage. And it was covered with plasma screens, so it was all lighting up as he was playing. And he is a wonderful, wonderful showman. Can't fault it. Can't fault it. He's fantastic. So Elton John is live at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire on Sunday the 26th of June. So go and see that. On Saturday the 25th, and I must see if I'm free for this, I'd like to go and see this, the music from Bond performed by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. And I'm sure that same show is on at the Royal Albert Hall at some point, so I'd like to go and see that as well. I shall have to check my dates. Well, that's all for now. I'm now going to sit quietly and wait for my plumber to arrive. Do hope it's no one near me. We want someone about 30, you know, who comes in with tracksuit bottoms and bends over near so I can watch while he's hard at work. Thank you very much. Have a lovely Saturday. I'll see you soon, all right? Ta-da.